Hello everyone, this is JM Gaming back again with another IdleOn video. Today it's going to be a review for Lordcryp. So I've already talked to him and apparently he is working on Onyx statues, hence why we can see he's starting to kind of go through some of them. So I mean, I'm not going to hit him on that, just keep doing your Onyx. You're going to have to farm up definitely some more statues at some point, you're pretty low on them. And he's also kind of stuck on Mid-World 6. We'll see in a moment the reason why that's happening. I'm not going to really go over into his family opals because they're all great. He's got drop rate on them. Just keep going. Eventually you're going to, unlock them and you'll be all good to go. It's a matter of leveling to unlock the rest of these. Shrines you're going to have to work on, but I mean, you just got into World 6, so you're really not that bad considering. Stamp levels, you're definitely going to have to get up. Bubbles, we'll get into that. So let's go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the number one thing. Obviously, we can tell that you were pushing on DK. That's what everybody does. You're in World 6. The problem why you're going to get stuck is because portals are going to require multiple characters to unlock the portals. So like it'll say you need X amount that you need, but it'll have a number above it. That means how many characters are going to have to do that. You get to the point to where you got luster gear and stuff. You're definitely at the point where you're going to need a better gear upgrade on a lot of these characters. I mean, Void is not going to cut it anymore. This is the time when you hit the World 6 to where it's time to start improving your gear. You're going to have to do that, or you're not going to be able to push. It's going to give you more damage. You're going to be better off. Also, all of your tools. Try to bring every one of them up to the highest quality you can possibly get. I mean, you're not too bad. Like, I see your skulls are not horrible for where you're at, and neither are your traps. They're definitely not that bad. Most of the time later on, you're not going to need food either. If you're using food because you're taking damage and you're just not surviving long enough, it's because of your gear. You shouldn't be at the point to where you need that anymore. Okay. You're also using the fist to start off with too. I mean, yeah, that's okay once you get the class established. It's not established yet. I can bank any amount of money on it that you're not. So if you're using staff, it's probably going to help you a lot more. Or at least staff when you're not active, because you're going to get way more kills per hour than you are with that. That's only for when you're active. So yeah, so there's the gear. We definitely know, like, you're going to have to improve on that. Post office. You got to get your post office up on a lot of these guys. You'll see that you have a lot of boxes sitting there that you haven't even used. You've got to start putting them into them. It shouldn't take you long. Post office is a lot easier than it used to be. Anvil details. Let's see here. Yeah, you got to make sure you max out all your mats, buy all the upgrades that cost money, buy all the upgrades that require items. The best thing to do is to finish these off on every single character. You're at the point where you're in World 6. There's no reason why you can't go back and farm all those items. Farm them all up on everybody, get everybody done, max them all out. And then you'll have the most points that you can get. Chips, I see you got some chips. You got Choco Chip, which helps out a lot. So I assumed you did, considering the fact that you're doing Onyx farming. Star signs. You're probably all right on those. I mean, you're looking pretty decent for those. Let's go ahead and see what you're doing here. So you got Clammy, Shrooms, Wisdom. You're kind of spread all over the place. You're going to want to focus on one thing instead of focusing on a lot. I understand you're going to have a character that's being active and stuff, but focus on one thing at a time. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get into the regular stuff here. All right, Anvil, we kind of went over that. Stamps, you're pretty low on a lot of them, which is to be expected pushing to World 6. At some point, you're going to have to come back here and you're going to have to work on them. You have to work on, like, your multi-tool stamp is a great one. A lot of your efficiencies, so then you can shoot better prints. I've already seen your prints. It's going to need work. Hence why you really need to go after a lot of your skill ones. And you're going to be looking for a lot of your carrying capacity, too. This one's another good one to get on right here, is to get your crystal up so you can get more kills. Owl, you can push this to 15 pretty easy. A lot of people now, it's 17 is pretty easy with Vault and stuff that's out. So just keep working at it. I mean, obviously you're working at it. I see that. Let's see, World 2. Now we get into the bubbles, which is definitely an issue. Let me go ahead and jack this down a little bit. I mean, 95 is not what you're going to be looking for. You've got to work on these like the multi-logo and stuff like that. And then the multi one, you know, your bug one. 300%. That's what you're looking to get at first. Once you get into the hole and you get Conjurer, Conjurer has bonuses that will let you go up to 300% more. So then you can level these up to 600%. That's going to make your 3D prints explode. They're going to be a lot better than what they are right now. You've got to work on some for damage, because damage is definitely going to be hurting you. You can work on some of these ones. And then where are they here? These power ones here. They're good. And then see, here's the problem of why I said about alchemy. I noticed that you have some people working on sigils, which they shouldn't even be there. You shouldn't have any of these sigils unlocked at all. They should have never been here at all. That's for when you're done with everything in the cauldrons. You have your cauldron stuff maxed. But the point is they're sitting in liquids right now. They shouldn't be there. They should be sitting in your cauldrons themselves, because you should be working on unlocking all of these bubbles. You need every single one of these bubbles unlocked. Until all of these bubbles are unlocked, there's no excuse why they should be anywhere else. And then when we go back and we look at your character, here's probably the reason why you haven't. Let's go ahead and hit talents here. Right here. So we go into your Bubo. Bubble breakthrough. You need to book this to as high as you can. If you can't book it that high, you need to work on your minimum book levels. Titanic Llama has a great video that he came out with not too long ago. If you just look up on YouTube for IdleOn talents, it'll bring it up. Go ahead and look at that. He tells you every single place where you can go and get all of your minimum book levels. So you're going to want to book this as high as you possibly can, because this is what's going to help you unlock new bubbles, and you need them all unlocked. They're very important. I can't stress it enough. Everybody knows the pun in IdleOn is, if you're short in anything, the answer is always alchemy. You neglect alchemy, you're going to be behind in everything. That's why you're behind. Because you start looking into this, these power of try 2, try 3, try 1, these are huge for damage. You want to get these up. And these are going to help you be able to push a little bit further. Along with the new gear, you'll be pushing through 6 like easy peasy after that. It won't be too bad. But you've got to unlock these too. Some of these are for the skills that are in World 6 and whatnot. But seriously, unlock all of them. I can't stress that enough. We already went through that. Vials, I mean, you're about where you're expected to be. You got to work on your traps and stuff. So, let me see here. Well, actually, we'll get into that in World 3. I forgot it's in World 3, so we're good. Your Kilroy, I already looked at it. It's pretty where it's to be expected. Make sure you're doing it every week. You haven't played that long. It's not going to be crazy high. It just comes with the territory, right? Kangaroo. You know, keep doing what you're doing. I see you're at 6. Just keep pushing it. Try to at least kind of push one of them a day, if you can. That's all there pretty much is to that. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing on a lot of stuff. Prince. Furthermore, there shouldn't be any empty spots. You shouldn't have any empty spots at all. Period. Like, this is not helping you any. And then keep in mind, obviously, you're printing the right stuff. Like, you want that. You want logs on them. Best thing to do on these is do all fish, but have one of your prints as copper, because what's going to happen is it's going to affect the atom collider, and it's going to give you more atoms. You're going to need atoms, and the best thing you can get with these guys with atoms is copper. So do one copper print and do all the rest as fish. This guy, yep, you can do your flies, you're fine, but still, once again, stop having empty slots. You don't want empty slots. Like, when you do your prints, print everything. Fill every single slot, because you're going to need it. Same thing with these. Like these, you always want an oak log. So if you want to throw it in there for your atoms. Once again, got to fill these slots. And another one, Beastmaster sucks even at flies. He's probably one of the worst ones for prints. The best thing to do on him that I do is I'll do a bunch of his prints in the beginning that are all just mob base for the refinery. do that, and then you can just use him as just refinery prints. Because I noticed you got 2 siege breakers. So what I do on mine, because I only have 1 siege breaker, is I'll put the rest of the flies that the other guy can't do on him. You don't have that problem. You've got 2 siege breakers, so you can cover all the flies between the 2 of them. You know, you're doing this, you got to get these up, obviously, but they're really not too bad, to be honest. But once again, fill all the slots. If you have to, fill some slots that'll affect stuff in your vials. Because vials for monster drops are one of the easiest things you can get done. So definitely focus on that. Once again, you need to fill all the slots, or like you can double up on some of the ore. It's not going to hurt any. This guy should have a copper ore print on him. Copper ore is the best you can get for atoms. You've got to have that on everybody who can have it. Which means your 2 DKs and your Deathbringer have a copper ore print on them. This guy, see, like, what is he doing? He's got 2 here. You got to get some more prints on him. But yeah, definitely take some time out, reshoot your prints, because you're going to have to do it. Like, prints are massively important. All right, let's go to refinery. Let's see if you are salt locked or not. Doesn't look like it. Let's see here, 106. Yeah, see, be careful on this one. You got 106 to 106. Every bit of your purple is getting used. Be careful. This goes up another level. It's going to be needing more, and it'll be locked out. But yeah, you got all your stuff going right. It's very simple. Just make sure how much you're making per hour, that you're not taking more per hour on the next one. So like this was making that much, and then it's only using 847. So you're fine on this. You're making 423, you're taking 332. So you're good on that. I can't stress that enough. This is the easiest place to go to on IdleOn Toolbox to check this stuff out. You do not want to get salt locked because it's really going to screw you in a lot of different areas. See, Atom Collider. I assume this was going to be bad because, once again, you're not making atoms. Atom Collider is massive. Massive. There's so much good stuff in this. You know, no bubble left behind. You should have this maxed. There's lots of this stuff that you could easily max if you just reshoot your prints and do like a day or 2 of just, you know, popping in the copper prints and stuff like that. Like this one, you're at 0 on snail, so, you know, every time you level your snail, if it fails, well, you're fucked. You're all the way back to 0. Like, that's not good. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. So yeah, you got to get this stuff up. There's so much benefits in this. But once again, the atoms come with getting your 3D prints better. Equinox. See, you shouldn't have put any in liquid investment. Or no, liquid investment. I'm sorry. Liquid investment's amazing. You want to get this up to where it gets to 99%. It's going to be really, really good. That's what's going to help you with Bubo later on. I was thinking of laboratory fuse. My bad. You don't want to put any in lab fuse. It's pointless. Just like food lust. Don't put any points in that either. And once you unlock Equinox symbols, forget everything else you're doing. Just go into Equinox symbols. It's probably the best one that's here. Just so you know. Your buildings, let's see here. Looking pretty good. Yeah, so you only need 1 into that, really. Just unlock it. Boulder roller's good. Yeah, you always want to keep one of them on a trim slot if you can, which you have. Really good. Because Kraken and Poisonic Elder are really going to start getting stuff done for you. Another thing, too, is you really need to do some tower defense. I've seen them. They're pretty low. Get this up a little bit. I know they suck to do, but you really got to go through and redo them. These are kind of low. I mean, you definitely got to work on your shrines at some point. You'll have to go with all the levels combined so you can get construction mastery. But that'll take time. I mean, I assume this isn't going to be great because you pushed. At some point, you'll have to go back through, get everything to, you know, 1 billion. I'm not going to harp on that. It is what it is. I notice on here, you're pretty balanced between them. You're not using Charge Siphon. I notice, which is good. Don't use Charge Siphon. You want to grab them on everybody individually. Because otherwise, you're just going to have your Elemental Sorcerer is going to be leveled up really, really high. And everybody else is going to suck. So yeah, keep grabbing them individually on everybody. Great stuff. Prayers. Yeah, see, Zerg Rush again. Great prayer. It'll take time for you to get to it. I'm not saying you can get to that right now, but it'll take time. Same thing with Jawbreaker's great. Royal Sampler's good. Yeah, I notice you have that on everybody. That helps out with your printing samples. Rucksack's another amazing one. That's going to help you be able to get a lot more stamps done because you can pop this on Voidwalker with all their extra capacity that they get with Rucksack. They can hold a lot to be able to level up stamps. Beefy's okay. It'll work. Because, I mean, you get at some point where defense and accuracy isn't going to matter, so that's a good one. So, yeah, you just got to do your tower defenses. You'll be all right. Traps. If you want to level up traps, what you do is you place every single one of your traps on Voidwalker for everybody. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to place the highest critter that you have. So, preferably you have turtles. You can place turtles, and you're going to use nature traps. Just before you put them down, make sure on your Voidwalker you have as high possible skill experience as you can get. You don't care about efficiency. You're not looking to get anything from them. You're just looking to level fast. So what you're going to do is pop Transfusion on Voidwalker. Make sure you got it leveled up. Pop that. It's going to stay on for a while. It's going to give you a ton of skill experience, but it'll nerf your XP, your efficiency. You don't care about it. You're also going to put on the prayers that also increase your XP and nerfs your efficiency. Once again, doesn't matter. But pops Transfusion, and then you're going to place them all on nature traps, depending on what time you want on it. Put them on turtles, and they're going to level up a lot faster than what they are. I understand you're doing stuff right now probably for the refinery, and that makes sense. But see, like, if these are the ones that you have as the highest, then so be it. But yeah, you're going to want to transfusion them all at some point and put them all on turtles. Or blobfish works too. Salt Lake, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to really go over it a ton. I notice on this, you don't need people on the board. You just need your 2 DKs on the board. I mean, you can put them on if you want to level them in construction a little bit. It's mainly going to go off whoever's highest anyways. So, yeah, and you want nothing but XP ones. I see that you've looked at some guides. I see you got it set up right. So I'm not going to really go too much into that. You're doing it right. Cooking. See, you've got some meals here that only take 1 ladle. You probably want to pop some ladles on them. Get them going. Yeah, look at all these. So I find the best thing to do is get a bunch of ladles. Pop up all the ones that you can for the cooking speed. And then what I do is I'll take like a stack of 10 ladles. And I'll fill my inventory with a bunch of stacks of 10. And then I'll go through every single meal. Just have them cooking. And then just pop 10. Then go to the next one. Pop 10. Just do that. And then see where you're at after that. And you can just kind of pick off a few. But yeah, you definitely got to level up your meals. And you can. I mean, you do not need crap for these at all. And yeah, you're going to want to keep pushing to unlock. But yeah, you can definitely level some of these up. Breeding. Let's see your territories. Yeah, so you're doing the right stuff. I clearly see you're looking at guides and stuff. Yeah, see, you just got to keep pushing. Look at the same guide that you saw for that. You're going to know that. And it'll show what you need to get for the next ones. Just keep pushing till you unlock everything. It takes time. They get a lot harder, so it's just a matter of you probably just waiting on it right now till you get better stuff. Gems will come in time. Just buy them from the NPC. Or, I mean, you can buy them from the gem shop. That's completely up to you. You've got all the nodes unlocked, which is fantastic. You're definitely going to want to equip some chips. I mean, I see you don't have too many, so never mind. You probably got equipped what you can. Just keep trying to get them every time that they come up. That's all. Rift is a great thing to push, too. Because skill mastery. I see you're doing all right on it. You want to get these unlocked? Yeah, I mean, you're pushing pretty good through them. You got most stuff unlocked. But then construction mastery, what I was telling you before, is once, yeah, see, you're right at it. This one's huge right here. So you're going to get a bunch of build speed for every 10 levels that's over 1250. That's when you just want to start leveling everything that's easy to level. So you can get over that 1250, you can start getting crazy build speed. It will really jack up your building speed for you. It'll be massive. And then, of course, getting the extra 100 levels for the shrines getting the extra 30 for the wizard towers. Those are fantastic. But right now, that's what you want to get. It's going to be big for you. Really big. Tome, I don't go into Tome with people. Like, I don't push Tome a ton. I mean, you see your top 50%. So, yeah, you'll be higher. I don't go out of my way to get all the nitpick stuff done. There's so much more stuff you need to do besides just Tome. All right, Wolf 5, you're sailing. Let's see, artifacts. Yeah, at some point you're going to want to go to World 6 and you're going to want to buy the upgrade from the NPC from the Jade Emporium. That's through sneaking and everything. You're going to want to get your sneaking done and stuff. Let's see here. We'll jump to this real quick. Yeah, see, this is not the setup you're looking to do. Okay, I guess we're going to have to go over that after. But let's just stay focused on what we're on for now. But the Jade Emporium, you're going to want to go and unlock the one because you'll be able to take these up to Sovereign level. So you'll be able to get them quadrupled instead of tripled. And yeah, keep unlocking what you're unlocking. I definitely notice you seem to have a tendency of just doing them in order. Don't worry about doing them in order. Do the best ones you possibly can first. This one right here is huge. That, once again, it'll get your library levels up. It'll help you. You get this. It's going to give you higher levels when you grab a book from the library. So then you can get that no bubble left behind. Or not no bubble left behind. But you can get the ability back. Let's see. Where were we talking about that? Right here. Bubble breakthrough. That's what I meant. That way then you can level this up higher. Because you're going to want to get this up so you can unlock those bubbles, right? Alright. But sailing though, yeah. I mean, you just got to keep pushing them. Keep pushing up your captains and stuff. Clearly, it's all about speed for the most part. You want to be able to reach the islands. I know you told me you definitely have Doot. You have all pets. So we know that. We can tell that by the fact that you have Doot. You've got to get these two unlocked. They're going to help a lot too. Try to just kind of keep unlocking them. It shouldn't take too much to unlock these two. And then level up where you can. I mean, I know it's going to take time. Some of these resources can be a little intensive. So yeah, like right here, it would help your sailing speed. Get them as you can. Gaming, you're pretty much doing what you're supposed to be doing. You got a small nugget. It happens. Hold is definitely where a lot of people are struggling right now. I have a lot of guides on my YouTube about it also. I'm pretty sure you've seen them. Hence where I found you and talked to you in the first place. But a lot of people like to put everything into Explorer. I noticed that you have 10 in Explorer, 74 there, 10 there, 10 there, 10 there. Pick one. Put them all into one. Don't spread them out like that. It's horrible. Put them all in one. If you're unlocking areas, pop them into Explorer. Once you get to the point to where it's going to take forever to unlock the next, you should be unlocking schematics. You should be unlocking measurement. And you can also do a little bit of study and conjure in between when those start to be a pain. But if it's like saying it's going to, you figure it out and it's going to take you like 2 weeks or something to unlock the next. If you unlock this stuff and work on the rest of these, it's going to increase your XP anyways. Also on YouTube, I have a video about every single place that you can find villager XP. Go ahead and take a look at that. It's going to help you a lot. Because you're not making horrible XP compared to some people I've seen. But spreading your opals around is just not good. It's not going to help you at all. But yeah, see, like, your jars are going to start getting ready to take off pretty soon if you bought these. See, you got so much good stuff getting ready to kick in. Measurer. Yeah, so you've got this one's a good one. Yeah, so you don't have any of the jar stuff. That's why your jar's kind of meh. Slab, it's to be expected. I mean, you're fairly early in the game. You do have some easy ones you can get. I'm not going to really harp too much on that. Let me go ahead and go right into the sneaking now before we forget about it. I see you're probably unlocking somebody, so I get that. But at some point, there is a strategy for these. I see that you really have neglected your sneaking massively. I mean, single-digit numbers is really bad. You don't want to neglect this. It is time-based. If you don't get it started on now, it's going to take you massive amount of months to even start getting anywhere. The thing to remember is you can use these in the beginning. You can also use the bombs. Eventually, you're going to be using this, and you're going to use the rosary beads as a combo. Your first 6 characters, you can do that. The last 4 characters, eventually, you're going to have to put them on double lotus flowers. So a lotus flower on each. That gives everybody else a ton of sneaking. So what happens is you sacrifice the 4 to be able to really boost the crap out of the other 6. There's a lot of guides and stuff out there, but that's essentially all it is. It's just rosary beads and veils, and then 4 people on double lotus flowers, and that's going to get you to push far. Eventually, too, you'll get some gloves, and those are going to increase your find rate and stuff. So then if you're not in need of using the kunai, or if you're not in need of using the nunchucks, you can have gloves on. But yeah, you've got to get pushing on this. Floor 7 is not great. I mean, considering it's actually pretty good considering how bad these veils are. I see you've got a 21, but you've got to get better veils. These are just really, really bad. And these, you think that they're good, but they're not. Yeah. They're okay at best. You're going to get rid of this stuff, though. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. I see the beamstock at some point when you get your drop rate up and stuff. I know you're farming up statues and stuff for Onyx, but at some point, you are going to want to get these. You're going to want to get the 10Ks of feed to it, and then you're going to get the 100Ks you're going to want. Think of it this way. Every time you fill out one of these stacks, so like if you get like 10K of these, it's like as if every single character you have, all 10 characters, have 10K of these equipped apiece. It's so good. You really are going to want to do these. Summoning's pretty straightforward. You're just going to want to keep collecting. You're going to want to keep going up on it. It'll change once you hit Gambit. But you're just going to want to keep pushing. Do them every day. Level your stuff up every day. Get your damage up. Get your health up. Obviously get your mana regeneration up. Those are your 3 huge things. Because, yeah, you should be pushing using your 3 hearts every day that you can. I'm pretty sure you could probably push farther than what you are. And then farming, let's see where you're at. Farming's a process. There's a lot of guides out there you're going to want to get. Let's see here. You haven't even unlocked rank plots. So, as soon as you can, it doesn't matter when. I don't care, like, if you're in the middle of doing stuff. You need to unlock rank and you need to unlock overgrowth as soon as you have enough magic beans to do it. So when you go into the World 6 shop and you have that coupon for it, hold on to the coupon and it'll tell you how many you can get. See how many you need, and if you got enough, immediately reset. Like, I know you're probably not at that point yet to where you're there. You might be, but it's at the Mama Trolls. So if you're at the Mama Trolls and you need to go, most likely turn this in. See how many you can get, and if you can unlock it, do it. Yeah, so you've got none of this stuff unlocked. Because see, you want... you definitely want to unlock the land ranks. You see there's only 1. That's it. You either have it or you don't. Same thing with overgrowth. You want to unlock these 2 ASAP. They are number 1 priority for everything. So get enough beans. If you get enough for like 90 beans, you can unlock both. And that's it. It's just a one-time buy. And then, bam, you have it. I think that's about it. But overall, like, it comes down to the fact of, like, you need to get your minimum talent levels up because you need to unlock all those bubbles in alchemy. You need to get your stamp levels up. Your gear definitely needs to get fixed. You've got to get better gear. You got to get better tools, and then you can put stones on it. They're like stat sticks, pretty much. They're just free stats. So you've got to get that done. I see you definitely have paid some money on some stuff, so that'll help you. You got to get your prints done. There's no getting around that. You've got to get those 3D prints. You can't have empty slots. Work on your tower defense at some point. But yeah, you start getting your gear up. You start getting those tools up. And then you'll find that you're able to kind of push a little bit more in 6. Because 6, pretty much, to get to 6 is easy. To get through 6 is a different story. It's a checkpoint at that rate. You've got to get all of your characters at the same tier at that point. It pretty much tells you, okay, now all the ones that you neglected, you got to level them up. You got to get everybody equivalent to this guy. Because otherwise, you're not going to push anything in World 6. Because they have portals to where there's 9 characters you need to unlock the next map. 9 characters have to get that amount of kills. And the way that your characters are looking, you're not going to get crap. You've got to get better weapons. You got to get better gear. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, go ahead and just, either message me on Discord, because I know you hit me up on Discord, or go ahead and message me in the video. But all right. That's it. Later, everyone.